Well, hey, good morning. I'm Stuart. I'm here. I got some coffee. Let's chat. Here, I'll actually put up the. I keep forgetting to do all this stuff. Um, Coffee chat. There you go. It's coffee chat. It's no big whoop. I'm just gonna chat, or we're not. I don't know. That's the thing. No. So you can either comment in the comments. I don't think I'm speaking to anybody yet, but you can comment in the comments, or you can jump on. And what I'll do is I will send you that information. Oh, I can't do that. So let's do this. Ah, should have done this earlier. Sorry for those of you not watching. And I'm actually going to put that up so you can see that. So if you want to join, if you want to jump on, please do so. If you just want to jump on and lurk, you can do that too. I found out I can only have 6 people up on the screen at any given time, but as many people who want to be in here can do that. So you can come in, you can comment on Facebook, you can comment on YouTube, and if you want to do YouTube, I don't know, nobody's doing YouTube, but Facebook's cool. Anyway, this last weekend, it was Easter, and I could ask the normal Easter questions like, what's your favorite type of candy? And I'm pretty sure everybody's going to say Cadbury eggs. Because that's what everybody's favorite candy is. Cadbury eggs, right? Cadbury eggs? Or is there something else? Are you a peep person? Are you a peeper? Robin eggs are delicious. I like those. I didn't get any robin eggs. I didn't do any of that. I am a big fan of jelly beans, though. So actually, above uh, Cadbury eggs would be jelly beans. Those are my faves. I love jelly beans. I will eat jelly beans at any given time. In fact, my favorite movie candy now at this point, well, before we couldn't go see the movies, I actually was recording. I was a subscriber to movies. So I had this cool Regal program. For 20 bucks a month, I could go see as many movies as I wanted. And Whoppers. Yeah, I'm a fan of Whoppers as well. Now, how do you eat the Whopper? Do you cut it in half with your front teeth and then have it do the sucky thing on your tongue? Is that what you do? Because that's what I do. I think everybody who likes Whoppers, that's what they do. Hey, good morning, Mel.
Good morning.
How's it going? So, do you have a favorite? I mean, I went with the basics today.
Right, the Cadbury
Do you have a
eggs, favorite
yeah?
eggs,
Is it
favorite
Cadbury?
candy.
Is Cadbury your
No, no,
favorite?
no. My favorite Easter candy is actually those little like the miniature Cadbury eggs, the ones that are like just solid chocolate and then have the hard shell.
Really? Like the robin eggs. Those are
No,
like
because the
robin eggs,
robin eggs
right?
are malt. I don't like the malt. I like the ones that are chocolate
You
all
want
the way through.
chocolate. You want that that slow. Is it a slow bite for you?
No, it's like I crunch into it and then I suck on it while I'm biting, and it's so rewarding. It's just that like hard candy shell.
Yeah, yeah. I like a hard candy shell. I think that's I do like an element of crunch.
I look forward to Easter all year for this particular candy.
Oh yeah,
I
I
freak
I
out.
think
It's
that's
like
why most people look forward to Easter,
it's
is
like
for
yeah,
candy.
I freak out whenever I see it. I squeal a little bit actually in the grocery store. Anybody who knows me knows that's my favorite candy because I like literally squeal. I've tried buying it for myself and stockpiling it for the rest of the year. That doesn't work.
That is hard to do. Because when it's in your house, like it's like, well, it's not going to eat itself.
Right?
Like, what am I going to do? It's not. I mean, that's not what I'm trying to do here.
It's like
I'm
candy
not trying to
neglect.
preserve. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to neglect my candy. It's like
No,
if
no,
my
that's
candy was a
awful.
lover and I put it away in a closet, I don't think that, I mean, like, unless that was the
No,
arrangement.
I mean, I, I can't imagine. I guess I could imagine. Nice hat. Is
Thanks.
it a headdress? What is it? A hat, headdress? That doesn't
I,
really protect your head, so I wouldn't say a hat. That would be
no, it's
bad
a
for me and the
headdress.
brain.
Autumn and I made this. I like came home one day and I was like, "You're making me a headdress crown." And she's like, what? And I said, yep. And she did. And this is what came out of it. And I've realized that during this whole COVID thing, I don't like brushing my hair.
Yeah, me
So,
neither.
like, I've come up with some great techniques of just rolling out of bed and slapping something on my head and not caring.
So is that? Let's talk a little bit about quarantine head hairstyles. So I think I've got the perfect one, to be honest with you, because no one can tell. It's like, has he showered? Has he not showered? No one knows, right? At this point. But I mean, it's tough because if you do have longer hair, like you got to kind of manage that stuff, and you got to manage your level of laziness.
Right.
So I mean, you do have a lot of hair. Like
It's a lot of hair.
It's not a small amount of hair.
I actually I realized that this part, the long part, isn't what takes all the time and energy and managing during this. I, in solidarity, I shaved the back of my head with my partner who was undergoing brain surgery. So that's actually the part that requires a lot of the maintenance. I'll see if I can like show it to you.
Okay. No,
So-
you're missing it.
How about now?
Scoot it over. Nah, there you go. Now you got it. Oh
So-
yeah, okay, I see that.
So I actually have to like get this shaved
It's a
regularly.
nice military cut in the back. So it's like party up front, military in the back, like
Yeah.
military march in the back. Yeah, that's good.
So that's the
exact
part-
opposite of. You've got the reverse mullet going. This is great.
Yeah, so it's a lot of work actually to maintain that. Means I have to like get it shaved every single week minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with this. Like I need to do this at least once a week. I usually do it twice a week just because I like it when it's really short. It just feels good on the fingertips. And although I guess I end up doing this a lot, which is
I know I do this
unnerving
a
to a
lot
lot of
now.
people.
I'm like always doing this. I probably
Mhm.
if I was around people and not socially distancing, they might think that I had like head lice.
Headline. Yeah.
Because I'm
Why is
like,
she constantly itching her head?
why is she constantly
Well-
itching her neck?
Yeah. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you. Oh, and Yanchi, yes. Cut in half and suck. We're talking about Whoppers,
Right.
not children or puppies.
Right. Good distinction.
Yeah,
And
you gotta
happy
set that
morning.
distinction. Yeah. You have older kids. Do you do the hiding eggs and all of that? Did you ever do that?
I do have older kids actually. I have two 17-year-olds who live with me currently. And I do Easter egg parties every single year. So maybe something you don't know about me, but I'm an event planner and organizer. And this is just something about my personality that I've come to accept. Especially in a time when there are no events allowed to be planned or organized. It's really a good
We should
time.
probably talk because I think I may need your help.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, genuinely. Like
Yeah, no, I'm genuinely an event planner and organizer, and I'm looking through now in the history. I've always had a propensity towards designing events around holidays, and so I've always had huge bashes for Easter. And this year, I decided I'm depressed, boohoo. I'm gonna like wallow in self-pity. I'm not doing anything.
Mhm.
And my 17-year-old said, "We are fucking doing eggs this year."
Oh yeah, and then you have to. You can't not do it.
So she's like, I am scheduling your day on this day. You will be a part of the Easter egg hunt. We will be doing these things. Get with the program. So
Yeah, I think it's good when you got kids that are there motivating you like that. I actually don't know what this comment was about. But
oh,
maybe
probably,
it was about
probably the puppies, children, and dicks. You don't want to cut those in half and suck on them either.
you don't want to cut.
You probably
them
just
off.
want to keep them whole.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, integrated dicks only.
All Richards and Franks. We don't want to cut them in half.
No.
No.
Yeah, so
Yes.
she boiled all the eggs. I told her, okay, if you want this to happen, you have to do this. I worked in the yard and made it presentable and ready for an Easter egg hunt. And then she tells me 3:30, we are decorating the eggs.
Okay.
So I'm like dancing around in my room and I'm like doing other things I can't mention on the radio or whatever. And then and then and then at one
I
point
don't know. It depends. We'll leave it up to the comments section. Do you
she's
want to
like,
hear
it's
what she was
four
doing?
o'clock now.
Mm,
You need to stop like
you were running behind.
you need to stop procrastination and and get in here and decorate eggs. And she decorated the most beautiful eggs. And it turns out that the other gal who's living with me, who's also 17, my cousin, who's my aunt passed away, so she's living with me. She's never decorated eggs before in her life. And my
Wow.
daughter is like decorating like Van Gogh eggs, right? She's like
Right.
decorating Van Gogh eggs and she's coloring white eggs the color of flesh tone so she can make nipple eggs to hide in the yard. And like she's like super into it. Like super into it. And yeah, so we decorated a bunch of eggs and then in the morning we all got dressed up in white. When I was when my daughter was younger, she used to have this tendency to dress me up like a Barbie doll.
Okay.
So sometimes that meant we would go to Goodwill and she'd be like, "You're buying this wedding dress, da da da," like, and I'm gonna dress you in it. And I'm like, okay. So I wore a wedding dress yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
Throughout the whole yard,
Wow.
and then I turned up the music so loud. I mean, I have a really, really good sound system. Like you can hear my sound system from 2 blocks away. I'm sure my neighbors are
Oh, they
like,
love it.
love
Yeah.
it.
They're in their houses. They're like, look, we can't go to church. We have to do worship here. Is that baby got back? Like, what's going on? Yeah.
Why men great till they gotta be great?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And so I'm like playing this music and dancing around the house in a wedding dress, and I have like my ribbons and strings, and we're Easter egg hunting. So we had a huge Easter egg hunt, and then my daughter painted my face with face paint, which I still have a little bit on because I'm that kind
I
of
thought you
person
just
this
got into a
morning.
fight. It's like, do we need to call somebody? I don't know. Does she need a signal? What's the thing they always do in bars? Like if you were in trouble, like
Is it like the dot on the palm?
Is that what it is? A dot on the palm?
Yeah, there's that, or there's like another signal, like where you order like a certain type of drink.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. It's like does anybody in the comments know what drink that is? Because that's gonna bother me. Slippery nipple? I don't know. I think I just made that one up.
No, I think slippery nipple
that's an
actually
actual
is a
drink.
drink.
Really? Let's
Yeah.
come up with okay, what are other things that you could just randomly come up with and have them be drinks?
Sex on a
What do you think
beach.
they are? Sex on a beach is an actual drink.
Yeah.
Right? What about
A cum shot.
is it a drink?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Of course. Let's see, a gagging Charlie.
Wow.
Yeah, like is that a
Charlie.
yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just putting words together. Is that a drink? Does that tell you something about me? I don't know. Like it's
the answer is yes. Whatever the question is.
Whatever the answer is. Yeah. Order a shot. Stevie, order a shot. Tell us which shot you would order if you were
No,
at a
I think
bar.
that's what
Sorry,
you
did I
said.
cut off our story?
Maybe that's the response though to what you say when you go to the bar. Like, I would like to order a shot.
Oh, just a single shot. Because if you
Yeah.
go, I'm ordering shots for everybody, they're like, that's a lot of cab calls.
Well, I think generally someone's like, I want a shot of blank.
Yeah.
But if you say, I want a shot, maybe it's like,
yeah. What's the drink that every time I go on a date they order? Just kidding. That's not that.
And then I don't see them ever again or hear from them ever. So maybe we should refocus this on your dating life.
No, I don't think that's a good idea at all. I don't think that's a good idea. It's a real short story these days.
Then what else? I feel like I did other things for Easter. Oh,
But you did actually do the Easter egg hunt? You
oh,
did
we
that?
actually did an Easter egg hunt. Yes. And then buy nothing. You can ask you can ask your neighbors for things like sugar, or
Oh,
apparently you can also ask for Easter candy. So that, like, very first thing in the morning, I sent the girls to the neighbors to go find Easter candy.
you're like foraging through their baskets. Like before the kids get up, you're like, "Hey kids, it's 4 o'clock. Let's start like sneaking into these houses and foraging through the
It's
baskets."
time to take inventory of our resources.
That's right. That's right.
We're all
right.
one now.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so I didn't go to the store or anything. My neighbors gave me candy, and then we had a picnic, and I picked dandelions and made a huge dandelion salad.
Oh, that sounds unusual and good. Toilet paper. Yeah, steal their toilet paper too.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely.
I've been
With
down to
this
6
many butts in
rolls
this house,
for.
I just want to say, with this many female butts in one house, that's a very tempting proposition.
Yeah, the thing I will say is there are male butts in my house, and I don't know about female butts, but I do know about guy butts, and they're grosser. Toilet paper becomes like a real requirement. Yeah, but as I've said before, buy a bidet. It's fantastic. You don't need as much toilet paper.
Are you getting any sort of percentage or any sort of like
No. It's a
kickback?
public service announcement. Just if you can't find toilet paper, I'm sure you can find a bidet.
Yeah, but
Same price.
We were having that conversation, I think, or maybe a couple of days ago. You had mentioned a bidet, and the idea of like cold water came up, and like they were really cold. They were like really cold. Like I am not sure. Like I'm into cold showers. I'm like super into cold showers.
I'm gonna have to change that. As soon as I start talking about bidets, the number of people that watch goes up. I have no idea why that's the case. We talk about Easter, down. I talk now, everybody's leaving. But when we talk about bidets, it's like whoop, a little uptick in people. Whatever. That's hey man, give them what they want.
Give them what they want.
They want spring water up the tuchus. All right, so you did. So you went and got candy from your neighbors. Do the neighbors give you? Is it sort of like canned food drives, where it's like we've had this cream spinach for like 4 years. Let's put that in the canned food drive, but let's make sure we keep the soup separate, right? Like don't put the chicken noodle soup in the donation bag. I'm not saying I do that. I'm saying that there are some real turds out there that do that. Pickled beets go in the bag.
Right.
Don't put the
or like the cream corn.
Beans.
It's always cream corn.
See, I'm weird, man. I love cream corn. Like I'll eat the hell out of some cream corn. Anyway. And cream anything, and I'll. So okay? So is it sort of like? It's sort of like.
I think
it's amazing how these turn into actual conversations that I have. What?
I think that was a look of a man who's like contemplating cream corn, going to the store for it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Like
you could just ask your neighbors.
Yes, please.
Cream
For the
corn.
love of God, I'm so cream corn starved. I need some. No,
actually, what I got was a huge bag of Lindt chocolates, like a huge bag, like enormous bag of Lindt chocolates. And then my neighbor next door, she loves baking, and so she brought over these just stacks of cookies, and even these like cookie like treasure chest boxes. So like you take off the top cookie, and inside are all these M&Ms inside like a box of cookie. It's like cookie inception, cookie on cookie.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel bad when I hear people doing things like that, because I won't, and I don't know how to do that stuff. So there's like I do have like this green streak that goes down me, and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous that people have talents that I'm not even close to having. And that's really cool that they do that. But what can I do to add to the world? Oh, yeah, nothing. So.
see, my take on it is I'm just glad that my neighbors still will make me cookies, because like I'm a little bit of an exhibitionist, honestly, and I don't close any of my windows. And And her kitchen window, like the area where she does all of her baking, peers directly into my house. And
Right,
I've
right.
been aware of this for the whole 8 years we've been neighbors, and that has not changed my behavior in any way
No, no, and why
whatsoever.
would it? You know what? She's gonna make a cookie sculpture of you, and it's gonna be incredibly accurate.
At
Because
this
she's like,
point,
I
it
know
should be.
you better than I know myself. Like, I couldn't do this for myself, but I could do it for you.
It's true.
Yeah,
She's super
yeah,
sweet.
yeah. I imagine she's incredibly sweet. It's actually really cool. I wish I had neighbors that I had any interaction with. Like, I think it would be cool. I don't have the ability to like peer out my window and see somebody in their kitchen. Like, that's not a thing I've got. But I've always thought like that would be kind of cool, like to have that and to have that like, oh man, I got to be aware of this window that I can't walk in front of. I like that whole thing.
See, I'm
I'm
just
I'm
like,
maybe
oh,
a
there's
little
this
bit of an
window that I
exhibitionist
probably
myself.
shouldn't be walking in front of.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like it draws you to it. It's like, what can I do in front of this window to get some attention? Because I'm feeling a little attention starved right now.
Right?
This is the perfect time to have windows that are like bay windows that go out to the street. Like this is the perfect time to have them because how titillating, how tantalizing, and how fun would that be to just do things and nobody can really do anything.
I'm feeling like that
You know
is a
what?
lot of
That's
fun.
why she bakes so much because she like looks out her window and she's like, "Oh damn, what is she doing? Dusting? Wow,
Naked.
naked dusting. The
Everything
best way to
naked.
dust." Yeah, it's. I'm not saying I do the exact same thing.
Well, no, I mean, like
The
sometimes
exact
I
same thing.
consider though. Sometimes, Stuart, I consider like what would be the best vantage point for her.
Like, where is she gonna get my best angle?
Yeah, where's my best angle for her
Yeah,
being
yeah, yeah.
hungry?
You're like, let me. You set up the phone as sort of like eyes looking into the house, and you're like, no, what you do is you actually hire a photographer to go outside of your house, get that vantage point, so you can be like, okay, so this place and this place, really good angles. This one's not very flattering. I'm not going to do this one anymore. Like whatever that is. Like maybe don't clean behind the couch
Right?
in this pose because this is not a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like it's so set up that her kitchen window looks into my dining room, and then there's like kind of a little bit of alleyway, like or like hallway, and then that hallway leads into the living room. And sometimes I find
Hmm.
myself even positioned in the living room where she would still be able to see me. It's not like it has to be that way. It's like
Yeah.
I'm doing this
You're
intentionally,
doing it. It's just
unconsciously.
on automatic. Like there are most of the seats in your living room not visible. You are just drawn to the one seat where you're like, ah. And this is the only place like you're like legs spread wide because that's the most comfortable way to sit in that chair. And it leaves nothing to the imagination. And that is why you get cookies,
It's
special
so
cookies.
true.
Yeah, yeah, that's
At one
probably
point,
true.
at one point, she put up like those half curtains.
Yeah, she's like,
Exactly.
maybe I
It
could
was
block
just,
off some of it. Like I like seeing your head, but like the rest of it's a little too graphic for my grandkids.
I think it was just so I couldn't see her reaction.
Oh yeah, so she's like behind it, like
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
What is that young girl up to again?
Yeah,
Oh,
she is. Oh
exciting.
my goodness, someone should hire her and get her some money so she can buy some clothes.
'Cause she apparently doesn't have any.
You're gonna find baskets of clothes on your front door. Just please put something on. We bought you a robe. Please, for the love of all that's holy, just
You know,
put
but
the robe on.
if she made me clothes out of cookies, I'd wear them.
Oh yeah, that's a very Lady Gaga thing, isn't it? Like food clothing. That's
I,
that's like a diva thing. Like you only wear food if you're like famous. There's not a lot of other people that are like walking down the street and you're like, hey, that's a nice kale jacket. No one does that, right?
right.
And you'd have to do something like kale because if you did cookies, Like you'd be naked soon because people would come up and go, "Hey, can I get a cookie?" Because people like cookies, but kale, people fake liking kale.
I
That's
really want
my
a cookie outfit now.
yeah. Don't we all? And not printed with cookies. Like you could get a cookie printed outfit, I'm sure. I think it'd be pretty dope to have like a suit made out of some sort of cookie material,
Yes.
held together with Nutella,
Yeah. Yes.
or maybe cookie spread.
Ah.
Cookie spread is maybe the most the worst thing that was ever invented. That is the best thing that is ever invented.
So the most best worst thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
In fact, I was actually I was talking to Marianne, who commented earlier about cookie spread, and she's like, "That's not a thing that exists." I was like, "Oh yes, it is.
Oh yes, it is.
You would be surprised. You would be
It's
surprised, and you'd
Trader
be surprised
Joe's,
at how
right?
delicious it is." Trader Joe's has it. You can go anywhere. Like I bought some from a large conglomerate recently, but yeah, you can get it, and it is. Okay, so I bought Nilla wafers recently because I
Uh-huh.
love Nilla wafers. They're like they're not my favorite cookie. Ginger snap. We established this last night. Ginger snaps number 1, snickerdoodles number 2. But man, a Nilla wafer, that's up there. Um, and what I did was I was eating some Nilla wafers, and I was like, well, I could put cookies on my cookie. So I got the cookie spread, put it on the Nilla wafers, and ate that. And I was like, that's delicious. Then I made my own Oreos with cookie batter, the cookie spread into vanilla wafers. This is my version of baking, by the way. It can't burn anything, nothing. The fire alarm isn't going off. Like, this is my version of baking. So I ate some of those, and I was like, this is the type of food I'm gonna go to hell for eating. And so I had to put that stuff away. But actually, I put it away because I heard my daughter was coming in the room, and I didn't want her to see what I was doing.
You didn't want to share.
I didn't want to share. I didn't want to feel the shame. I was just like, I'm gonna put this stuff away so no one knows. No one knows.
I've been
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what's the more motivating factor. Is it the fact that I'm gonna have to share? Like, if my son sees it, I know I have to share, and it's like, oh, yeah, I'm happy to share with him because like I love him and whatever. But it's like I don't want to share. Like I really genuinely don't want to share.
Yeah.
I was an only child.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I was the only one at home. Yeah.
So I will definitely come home with like a package of Oreos because my biggest coping mechanism lately has been cookies. But I'll come home with a package of Oreos and I'll just straight up say like, these are for me. Don't eat them.
That has never worked for me.
But
At no point have I come home and gone, nope, this is just for me.
But I make sure to buy everybody else their favorite thing too.
Oh, that's smart.
So I'm like, here's your favorite thing, here's your favorite thing, and these are mine, don't fucking touch them.
I did do that with Cadbury eggs. I bought a 5-pack. I was at the store, they had Cadbury eggs. I was like, oh, I'll buy a 5-pack. And I was like, these are not mine. So I bought 2 more packs so I could make sure I go, these are your packs. This one's mine.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I just heard one of the teenagers in the back as we were talking about like, and don't touch them, right? And she's like, fuck yeah, boundaries.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. That's what we should be teaching our kids, boundaries. And that's a good way to start. This is my dessert. Go find your own. Forage for your own from the neighbor baskets. Like, that's what you need to do.
Right? Maybe you should be dancing in front of the neighbor's window too.
Mm-hmm. Look, you want cookies, you do the work.
Work.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I just got these like sad looking like sugar cookies. It's like, well, you got to put up a performance. Like you can't just stand up there and just think things are going to happen.
You're only going to get out of life what you put into it.
What you put into it. Like you put in some work, you'll get some cookies, but you don't want to do it. I don't know what I'm trading you for, but whatever it is, just realize that's the lesson.
New world paradigm.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, why do you have a stripper pole in your living room? Ah, we like cookies. That's just it. We just really
Oh
love
my God.
cookies.
No, actually, that conversation is happening in my house right now about getting a stripper pole. So yeah,
Oh,
I have
that's
two
interesting. Yeah.
17-year-olds, almost 18. One's 18 in May, one's 18 in June. Yeah, there's conversation about getting a stripper pole.
I mean, why not? I actually took a class one time. I did take a stripper class, and my level of respect went up.
It's hard work.
Is it worth it? Can you work out? Put your cookie down, flip it, reverse it. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you.
That's pretty amazing. Thanks, Stevie. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I realize like I'm not built for that. That's way harder than that's hard. That's a good workout. I was very bruised afterwards.
When I was younger, I trained for triathlons, and so spent a lot of time weight training and lifting and running, and I have these two girls here who are uh, less motivated.
Mhm.
So I feel like if I did get something like that and they got to see how hard it was, I would probably just need to show them up in order to motivate them to work harder.
It's possible. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
honestly, they could
Or
get really good really quickly if they
it's
had
true.
the right kind of motivation.
Or it could be one of those things like you put it up and they try it and they're like, "This is really hard. I'm not going to do this." And you're like, "Okay, dodge that bullet."
No. The funny thing is, I've actually been telling them, like, now together combined, their ages, they're the same age as me. So if I add them together,
Oh, yeah.
so technically, I no longer have to be the adult of the house, and how it's gonna
I think
go.
is that a rule? Is that like you add up the ages of the kids, and if the ages of the kids are higher than your age, you're like, I'm no longer the adult.
That's my rule.
I love that rule. I look, yeah, you guys take care of me at this point. Like
I'm old.
I'm
Like
old.
twice as old as you.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a big deal.
Oh, my back, my
So
back,
I
back, and my
proposed
back.
that to them. I proposed that to them, and I was
Yeah,
like, okay, so now both of your ages together is my age. That means like I'm off the hook, right? You
yeah,
guys got this covered. And
yeah.
they both look at each other super, super concerned, like,
I don't want to. I don't want to be in charge.
uh, can you please stay?
Yeah,
We don't want to
yeah.
do this.
No,
I'm like,
no,
me
no.
neither.
Yeah, I don't either. Like I don't think you understand. I don't like the pressure.
It's too much pressure.
It's too much pressure. Do you know how hard it is to put food on the table? Like it's really hard.
It's hard.
That's why I'm telling you, go visit the neighbors. Make sure you use the
Especially as an
stripper
event
pole in the
planner
living
right
room.
now.
It's awful. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had like several festivals that I was going to be a part of, like facilitating, running, like high upper level production and like consent facilitation, workshops, dances, you name it. Like I had such
Right.
juicy things planned, and I know that like at least 4,000, 5,000 people were going to be at these various events that I was going to be doing all summer long.
Yeah. So not to belabor the point, but when do you think when do you what happens? Like, do you think this goes through the summer? Like, did it cancel all of your summer
Oh yeah,
stuff?
it canceled everything.
Canceled everything.
Yeah,
Come fa-
within a week I
oh, you
lost
lost
25
everything.
jobs
Mm.
that I'd been working on for over a year.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't think people realize like how hard it hits certain people. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
have
as an
friends that
event planner,
I have friends
organizer, and
that like are
volunteer
that
coordinator, like
yeah,
I lost like everything overnight.
yeah. And it's tough because it's not like you can just like pivot and go, oh, okay, well I can use these skills for this thing over here. It's like you, Zoom meetings are not going to do it. Like you're not going to be able to do a festival with a Zoom meeting.
We're trying.
Um, yeah, you do. You try. But I think the real trick is like, how do you entice people to do that? And oh, okay, wait. So Aaliyah here is with you as well. I hear you, girl. It sucks so bad because she does weddings and like all the
Oh,
weddings. Can you
beautiful.
do a Zoom
Yeah.
wedding? Like now that I look back on it, I'm like, man, I would have done a Zoom wedding.
You've got a lot of money.
Oh my God, it would have saved me a lot of money. Yeah,
Yeah.
30 plus weddings every day. I have a cancel email. Yeah, emails are tough for a lot of people.
That's
Um,
hard.
it is
I'm
hard.
so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. No,
Gosh.
this is it's tough, man. Things are tough all over.
Yeah, I'm working with a couple of eco villages, and then I also had a monthly event I was doing. It was like 350, 400 people every month. And then on top of that, I do a lot of like behind the scenes stuff for Oregon Country Fair, a lot of the stuff for
Hmm.
Beloved, Shift Festival, Soak Festival, and like a couple of other like events throughout the summertime. And then like my monthly event was going every month, of course. Um, do your own damn hair and makeup Zoom style. See, I would. I don't wear makeup. So that's like the weirdest thing about my life for the last 8 years is I've gone completely off the computer, right? And I've made all of my interactions about authentic interpersonal relating face to face.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, it's tough to come back, right? Like,
yeah, and I've made it like a passion of mine as like someone in human relations to learn the quirkiness about people and then learn how to bring people together and like their fuck yeses to get things done while
mhm.
encouraging creativity and like encouraging people's brilliance, like their own unique brilliance to come out. And so there's no people here. It's just
No, it's just screens. So I've taken to your point. I'm also a pretty like somewhat gregarious person, not quite to the level you are, right? But I like to be around people. And unfortunately at this point, like I at any given time have anywhere from 3 to 6 screens in front of me because this has become my life is
Mhm, mhm.
doing this because I'm recording audiobooks and I'm doing all this other stuff. And it's like I just crave like not this. Like I want to run away from it so bad.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of people are in the same boat.
Yeah, I've been considering so one thing I did right away was I created Vital Rose Empowerment Network on Facebook. And then
Do
I
you have
was
a
like
link to the Oh, is that on Facebook?
it's on Facebook. So I went ahead and I launched that and within a day we had like 350 people in the group. And so what I've been doing is like encouraging my friends who are embodiment practitioners like yogis or qigong or like Reiki or other movement modalities, other embodiment practices to encourage like tips and tricks, post videos, post like the free yoga, the free dance, like really encourage people to start talking to one another about how they're keeping each other sane or keeping themselves sane. So you might actually be able to find like a video in there. If you look under the topics, you can look under
Yeah, it's
videos.
sorry, it's empowered. I don't
Vital Rose
Vital
Empowerment.
Rose.
Um, and like one thing I find really needs to happen is like helping people mitigate or deal with like the screen fatigue because
Yeah.
I was doing that too. I was finding like I got within the first week I was burned out. I needed like to take time away even for about 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. We have a common friend that owns a like private beach. So I actually Saturday asked if I could go spend 2 hours in silence, like just next to water and outside looking at clouds without having to worry about social distancing. So if you can
Perfect.
find those things, like definitely do it.
Yeah, I just dance naked in front of my neighbor's kitchen window. It's a
Yeah,
good way to let out stress.
it totally is. It totally is.
With like music that's bumping like 2 or 3 blocks out in all the directions. My neighbors must love me.
Will they bring you cookies?
I know. And cat
I mean,
litter. She brought me
yeah,
she brought me cookies, and then she brought me cat litter, and she brought me cat food, and she brings me like snacks throughout the season. It's pretty good.
that's nice. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Um, that's fantastic. I need neighbors like that. My neighbors just drive by really loud when I'm trying to record. That's all they do. I swear to God, they like wait for me. They wait for the power spike in my little closet that I live in here. Um, and what they do is they just wait until is he gonna hit the record button? Brum, 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 and then they let the car idle for 20 minutes for no good reason. You don't need to warm up your car, ladies and gentlemen. And then slowly drive off. Uh, I have a
Oh
problem.
man.
But
That's one thing I've actually been enjoying is hearing less car noises.
yeah, that part is really good.
But the
You know,
people I notice that are driving are totally driving like like
a lot
why?
more squeals.
Just because
A
you
lot
can
more
go
squeals
50
and
in a
wheels.
35, why?
Yeah,
Who cares?
because it can be fun. Well, I'm not saying I've done it, but it's kind of fun.
They're like Seinfeld style. Look how much room there is in the road.
Yeah. Look, I could go all the way over here and then all the way over here.
It's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so true. So
Mhm.
true.
Mhm.
All right. Well, Mel, this was been really good. A lot of fun. Vital Rose Empowerment Network, which is good. I think I'm a member.
Oh, excellent.
I think I am. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to go and get in front of a screen to talk to you about how you don't want to be in front of screens, Vital Rose Empowerment Network, and you can chat with Mel specifically. There's there's always like a really good. You always have like lives, and you always talk about stuff, and
Yeah,
I
there
think
are
it's great.
lives and then free meditations, free yoga. People are also like how to keep sane during this time. Um, there are like a lot of Zoom events that get posted there. And then also like tips and tricks. And then also, I've been trying to keep it less about like news and doomsdaying, but there are a lot of people like connecting their gardens even. So there's some seed swaps happening. And yeah, I think more of like let's empower one another to stay sane throughout these times kind of
I
vibe.
agree. Whatever you can do, it's kind of why I do this. This is more for me than it is for anybody else, just to stay sane, so I can feel like I'm connecting with people. So,
It's a good thing to do. Thanks for reaching out.
yeah. Well, I will talk to you later.
All right. Ciao for now. Good
Bye.
morning.
All right. Well, that is that for today. I'll be back tomorrow because why not? It's something I can do, so I will do it. And if you enjoy it, cool. Please make sure if you want to comment, you can join in at any time. Like, there's no, it's like you walk into a coffee shop and sit down with a couple of friends. That's basically what this turns into. These are kind of conversations I have all the time. And it's like my favorite thing to do. Anyway, thanks so much.